Hello, my name is Eric Cooper. This is 5/31/21. Happy Memorial Day. It's microbiology 225, and this is prep for incubation of the MRVP broth. And so I've already got everything set up. I've already sterilized my environment. I've already labeled my tubes here. This is S. epidermidis, and this is the E. coli in the MRVP broth. So let's get started. So this is a E. coli in my original broth here. And let me see if I can adjust my camera just a little bit. I'm going to sterilize the lip of this here. Place it here, then sterilize the lip of the MRVP broth. Now I'm going to take my alcohol. I'm going to draw up a little bit of this E. coli, my E. coli sample. I'm going to place about 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place that back in the alcohol. I'm going to sterilize the lip again before placing the cap on this. I'm going to let this incubate for 48 hours. Again with my original sample, the E. coli from the broth. I'm going to do the same with the S. epidermidis. Sterilize that. Get my other MRVP broth. Sterilize that. Get another pipe cleaner that's been sterilized in the alcohol. Again, drop a sample. S. epidermidis. About 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that sample. Sterilize the lip again. Replace the caps. This is from my original broth here. Sterilize the lip of the MRVP broth and replace the. Let me sterilize this again. Replace it in the rack. And so actually that's concludes the first part of this test. There's actually 7 parts. So this is for the incubation period. I gotta let this incubate for 48 hours. I'm gonna come back and do the methyl red test. And I will see you when I come back in 48 hours to do the methyl red test. Thank you. Hello, this is Eric Cooper. Today is 6/2/21. This is microbiology 225, and this is part 2 of the test. The biochemical testing for microbial identification. This is the MRVP testing. And here's my paper here. So I've waited 48 hours and we're going to do some more testing. So I have the methyl red here. And I'm going to add 7 drops of this to the E. coli and the S. epidermidis. Like I said, after they incubated for 48 hours. So now I'm going to just cut the tip of this off real quick over the garbage can. And I'm back. So this is my E. coli testing. There's a little bit of turbidity after 48 hours. As you can see, it is a little bit cloudy. So I'm going to add 7 drops to this. Let me adjust my camera just a little bit here. So this is 7 drops of the methyl red reagent. I'm going to put 7 drops in the E. coli and then 7 drops in the S. epidermidis. I want to see what color it changes here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7. And here you go. So it's looks like it's turning red. A little bit, you can see that. So that means that this test is positive. So now I'm going to do the S. epidermidis. I have my test tube here, so 7 drops. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can see that. It's also kind of turning red. There's like a red ring around the top of it there. So that means that would be positive as well. So I'm going to take pictures of those and upload them. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is part 3. This is a Vogue's Proskauer test, or VP test as it's known. So I have 2 more remaining test tubes. Now I'm going to add this Barrett's A reagent. Mine didn't come in a pipette, it came in a almost a plastic dropper thing, vial. So I'm going to add 12 drops. Here's my other E. coli tube. You can see a little bit of turbidity. So I'm going to add 12 drops of this one to the E. coli and to the S. epidermidis. So here we go. 2. 12. So that's 12. I'm going to kind of swirl it around here a little bit. I'm going to add it to the S. epidermidis, 12 drops. Two, 5, Okay, it's 12 drops in the S. epidermidis. I'm going to swirl this around. So the next part of this test is the Barrett's B region. So I'm going to add 4 drops of the Barrett's B Regent to each test tube. So I'm going to kind of swirl this around for about 30 seconds or so. Now I'm going to get the S. epidermidis and do the same thing, 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Swirl this around for about 30 seconds. Okay. So I'm going to let these samples sit. For 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes we're going to come back and observe the test tubes for any color change. And a positive test would be the formation of a red surface. So I will see you in 30 minutes. Okay, hi, this is Eric. Again, this is part 3 of the VP test, and I'm just going to kind of get down here, and there is a little bit of change here, and I'll see if you can see that. I got on the E. coli, you can see a little red ring around there. On the S. epidermidis, not so much. I would just put the paper towels back here for contrast. But there is a slight ring that you could see. Let me try to attempt to lift it up without disturbing it. So there was a red ring around there. And that concludes this test, and I will upload the photos. And that's it. Thanks for watching.